My book is available for free on the internet. It's freely dictated on Ellen de Liberdade on YouTube. It's called Bitcoin Red Pill. Most of the things I talk about are backed up. There are over 500 quotes from videos, books, articles, and so on. This is one of the quotes that is in the book. If I had to answer in one sentence why governments allow violence, I would say it's because governments are satanic, right? Because states are violent organizations and therefore satanic. Whoever watched that movie, Nefarios, which talks about demonic possession, it's very clear that the guy tells the forensic psychiatrist that no authority would be given to you unless it came from the devil. Right. And the carpenter, the devil offered the carpenter all the principalities and powers, all the governments, and the carpenter didn't accept. But the carpenter also didn't say they weren't his, meaning even Jesus in the Bible didn't deny that the governments belong to the devil. So that's it. In one sentence, it's because they are a satanic organization. In a more detailed explanation, biggest killer of the 20th century was the states, even more than private crime. It is formally demonstrated within science. There is a discipline, in fact, called democide. Search online, there's even a book in Portuguese, Democide and Banditolatry, which is the current criminal policy, Banditolatry. Democide is when people are systematically murdered by their own government. This killed at least 4 times more than wars. It's the main cause of non-natural death in the 20th century. It's because states not only allow killing, but they also kill.
But do they really kill?
Yeah. If anyone is curious about this thing, I recommend researching. It's 731. Japan during World War II inoculated children with the plague, inoculated them with smallpox and several diseases even deadlier than that, claiming it was mandatory vaccination. Right. These people who did this were forgiven and went to work for those companies that are now selling vaccines to Brazil with total liability waivers, right? No one was ever arrested, Operation Paperclip, right?
And that's pretty recent, right?
Yeah, from the 20th century, right?
No, but everyone was forced to get vaccinated because of the pandemic.
And the government signed documents saying that if everyone dies, no one is responsible for anything. Total liability waiver.
But this...
And several studies, including those from the government itself, already admit that in, I think, 3 municipalities in Brazil, the application of positively changed the expected excess mortality rates. In other words, in 99% of municipalities, the expected number of deaths worsened compared to if there had been no vaccines at all.
So, who is responsible for this?
Nothing. No one.
Why?
It's because that's the nature of the state, right? Governments, what are they for? Do governments serve to defend the common good? That's a myth. There's a discipline called public choice, which has also shown for over 70 years that governments, the people who dominate the state, serve themselves, right? Do you think any politician defends the common good? Whoever defends the common good isn't going to get elected to anything, right? If they get elected, they won't get re-elected, all right? When Pontius Pilate respected the Jewish tradition of pardoning someone and asked the people, "Do you want Jesus or Barabbas?" what did the crowd respond?
Barabbas.
And they keep choosing thieves and murderers constantly. There's a chapter, Hayek, I think it's chapter 17, about how the worst always win elections. That's it. They systematically win elections. It's in the book there. He was the only real economist to win the Nobel, right? This main work is right. Friedrich Hayek, is also worth mentioning. Now Rommel explains this well too. Democide, that's the name of the guy's book.